Julianne Warmer.
And I'm Kyle Hyde. Today we're going to talk about education in schools today and whether they truly help students. We are here with two different groups that have different viewpoints about the subject.
To start, we are going to ask RJ Holloway a few questions about why technology is good. Then we are going to ask Kenny Herbert similar questions about how technology could be hindering learning in schools.
Jamie Hammond. Today I'll be interviewing RJ Holloway on why he believes that technology is a benefit in the classroom. RJ, do you think technology is a distraction in the classroom?
I do not think technology is a distraction in the classroom. I think it benefits all students and the teacher as well. So overall, it's helpful for anybody using it.
All right. As a future educator, would you want technology in the classroom?
I believe so, yes, because it gives any student and teacher an advantage to help each student to learn to their ability. You know, it gives the student and teacher many access to all different things. So it's very helpful and very useful when you're teaching students or when you're trying to teach any other people.
All right. While you're in the classroom, would you prefer a tablet or a textbook?
I believe tablet because it gives you a more wide variety of things. You could highlight the words in the on the tablet and everything. You could bold important key paragraphs or words and stuff you need to prepare yourself for tests or exams in the future.
Do you believe that technology gives students an advantage?
I believe it does not give students an advantage because it's what they do with the technology. You know, if you give a student a textbook and a tablet, it's what they do with it that gives them the advantage. You know, it doesn't matter whether or not if they have the technology, but it's what they do and use
how
with
they
it.
use the technology. All right. What if one of your students can afford technology but the other students can't? How would you address this?
Well, I would address it as a class issue, and I will do whatever I can to help that student out in any way to give them that experience to use the technology because it's only going to better them for the future. So I'd do whatever I could or find a way to help that student out to afford that technology so it will benefit him and the rest of his students.
Do you think by having access to this technology that it will increase cheating among students?
No, because I believe you can set restrictions to things like that. You can set ways students can access the internet and stuff like that, so you can prevent cheating just by blocking websites and blocking information they can access on their technology.
Growing up today, do you think that you would have done better in school if you had the access to technology?
I think I would have. Growing up, I had a very hard time reading. I couldn't, see well or anything. But so I think having a tablet would have helped me, for textbooks wise, so I could zoom in, make the font bigger, and highlight easier, and that would kind of benefit me today.
All right. How would you use technology in the classroom to better your students?
Well, I'd use PowerPoint. I'd use the World Wide Web because there's so much information out there that it's what we use with it. That's what we do with it. And I believe that I can pull anything off the website or anything off the internet, and it will benefit my students in every way. And they can learn from this and by doing it for themselves for the future.
All right. Thank you so much, RJ, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Here with me I have Kenny Herbert, and he is more of a by-the-book guy. He's here to tell us why technology doesn't necessarily benefit us in the classroom. Kenny, do you think technology is a distraction in the classroom?
Yes, I do believe technology is a distraction in the classroom. As you can see with students in the class, they can tend to get unfocused really easily, and they could be checking their social media or just browsing on websites and not really focus on what they're doing with the assignment, and therefore it would become a distraction in the class.
All right, I see where you're coming from. As a future educator, would you want technology in the classroom?
I believe that as a future educator, I would have technology as from a teacher standpoint, but not in the hands of the students because, as I said, it could become a distraction, or even it could be an issue with cheating where they could just look up an answer really quick, and we don't want that.
We don't. What would you prefer, a textbook or a tablet?
I prefer a textbook because from a curricula standpoint, you focus on a textbook and what that has in it. So therefore, all the information you need for your schedule is within that textbook, and all the information you need is within that.
Do you think students who have access to this technology have an advantage over students who do not have the technology?
Yes, I do, because relating back to that cheating aspect, it's so easy to find pages and websites that have all the answers online. I know a lot of teachers, they get just books and stuff off the internet, and students nowadays are just posting it, and it's so easy to find. Even Yahoo, a simple website, has answers, and people just answer for them, and that's a clear advantage to someone who doesn't have that access to the internet.
What would you do as a future educator if one of your students can't afford the technology but other students can?
Well, like for my class, I wouldn't have that technology, so I don't think that would be an issue because
It would be fair for everybody.
it would be fair for everybody because as I'm a textbook kind of guy, we would have a class set, that way everybody would have that same advantage and it wouldn't be so favored one versus the other.
Do you think having access to this technology will increase cheating?
Yes, I do, because like I said, it's just so easy to find answers online that you can go on any website and just look up what you're searching and boom, there's the answer.
Growing up, do you think you would have done better in school if you had the access to technology like today?
I don't think I would have. Yes, I would have found the answers to homework and just worksheets that we had, but when it comes to the exams, you don't have that resource in front of you, therefore you haven't learned the information, so you're not going to do as well on the test as you did on the worksheet.
How would you use technology in the classroom to better your students?
I could see it as teaching them where I can look something up real quick, as in like a smart board. If someone has a question, I can go to a website like for math or something and show them how it's done right away. And that's how I would use my technology, but not as give it to the students and let them use it.
All right. That's all from us on this end. Thank you very much.
To both our interviewees for their opinions on technology in the classroom. Clearly there are pros and cons to both sides of the debate. This has been Rashawn Van Warmer.
And Kyle Hyde. This has been a production of Channel 290. Thank you and good night.